topic of the day today is going to be top side control.
Oh, I was just in there.
Get some time in and actually work on submissions and setups from our T position or our top side control position. You want to do it again?
Sure. Yeah.
I did shoulders the other day, so
I did them yesterday.
that's the best way to show this. Face your head that way.
Key lock them.
Okay, so see it from a couple of different angles. We're gonna start with a tie up first, okay? So one would be gi and one would be either or, okay? Our regular side control,
Obviously, I mean, here, I've got my cross face. He has his arms in position basically to frame. This is the most common thing. Obviously, if the arm is on the outside, I could still do what I'm gonna do, or I can attack this arm. People always feel much more comfortable with the arm here, okay? Next part is anytime that you're gonna try to get the gi.
so right now I need this gi right here, and I gotta figure out a way to get it. I'm always going to lean into my crossface while I'm doing something with the other hand, and then go back to positional stuff. It might take me a couple things. What I don't want to do is sit back and be like, hold on a second, buddy, and start undressing this guy. So, you might like it.
Yeah, you will, of course. So I'm gonna lean into my cross face like this, right? And I might act like I'm going the belly and just kind of like pull this out here. And then I grab my hands together. I want to disguise things as much as possible. You're gonna remember, he can't really see what's going on. So he doesn't totally know like that I took that out and I'm gonna use it against him, okay? So, next thing, keep this hand right where it is. I'm gonna use my other hand here to just feed it, lean in, and get a decent grip here like this. If you get it pretty tight, it doesn't have to be ridiculously tight. This is one where if you feel like it's too tight when you go around, like he's got really wide shoulders, you can just loosen your hand a little bit and let some out and then re-grab, okay? So once you have your grip, things to notice really great about this position is I could literally just do this. Yeah, turn into me. Yeah, you're not turning in. If I back out, he gives up his back. Do I really care? Do I care if he does that? I don't care. So that's what's so good about this spot. If I just want to hold and control him here, I can hold and control him here all day because he can't really turn into me, and all I'm doing is holding the feet here because it's wrapped around his shoulder. Okay, to use it offensively now, we're going to turn it into a choke. This is the arm that I'm going to want when I come around, but I'll show you how this works, okay? So I'm going to go, like I'm going to my snowplow position. Anybody who hasn't done this before, I call this snowplow. Arms are on both sides, okay? Keep the gi just as you have it. My head's going to pop out as I come around, so I'm going to lean in, and I'm going to start walking over his head. My head pops up so I can come around the other side, here like this. And if you notice, look at my hand is facing up. This is where we want to be, okay? I didn't do anything. The back of my hand is on his neck, and then as I come here and sit through, I'm just gonna pull this one up, sink your elbow down, and you should be able to get a choke off there. Now, let's go through some of the other things that might possibly happen. His only way out again, as I'm doing this, is if I don't get this bottom, all right. If I don't get this bottom arm here like this, he might belly and give up his back again. Is any of this bad?
No.
None of this is bad, right? So it should encourage you even just to work this as a control position. Anytime you can get this grip, I think it's really good. Okay, so again, here, if it's already open, cool. So the ground, I might kind of lean into this and then like boom, I grab and I get my grip. Okay, if you feel like it was too tight, you can go a little bit looser. Okay, as long as I'm keeping the head in. People asked me yesterday, like, man, if you get caught in that, like, what should you be looking for? Like, which would be your way out? One of his best ways out, just like any kind of loop choke, single arm choke, anything from the back where something is wrapped around your neck, give me it. Who's got it? What's the answer? What's his only way to really work his way out? What's his best way? Where's the only light?
Get that elbow out of, get that arm around his head.
Yeah,
You gotta get his head out there. Push that elbow out.
Yeah, you might do this, but where's the escape point on the arm?
The elbow.
It's right at the bend.
Yeah.
Right? And then usually if you want to find it, it's always going to be trying to clear the head out. So you're going to use the back of your head, find my arm, find that bend. See how he found it in the arm? And now he's going to scoot down. This is how he's going to work his way out, and then obviously not let me tie the head back up. So people want to know sometimes, like, man, if I'm going to get out and there's a little bit of light left, which way should I be going? Any movement besides that movement, I don't think is going to help you out. Okay? You know, to self, if you're on the offensive side of that, anytime they start going for that, I'm probably going to do this and just make it so the arm is even closer to the shoulder and harder for him to get out. Okay? Better way of stepping over the top anyway. So come here, I'm gonna step, I pick my head up so I can make my way around, and my hand ends up upside down. I get my arm here like this. When you see my elbows facing down, my hips are generally facing this way, but we're gonna push down. So I'm gonna get the bottom of his arm here and just start to sit. And that's where the choke comes from, okay? The grip isn't too hard, but it's gonna stay like this. So you do have the grip and your hand is gonna be here, okay? Think about sinking your elbow down, and you see me like I'm almost trying to put my ear on his belly. This is the direction I want to be pushing down. I don't want to come to like a full case of position, right? Where I start to sit through and do this, because now I'm pushing him flat. I want to keep him here on his side to get this finished. Does that make sense? Anybody need to see it one more time? I do. All right, face your head that way if you could. I'm going to do it in the same second as my wrist stretch on this side, so can we make this way a little bit? All right. Regular side control. So especially as we're grappling, the gi ends up open. Like look at Carlos right now. He finished grappling. Like that's probably the middle of the round. Look at it. Same exact thing, right? You're gonna have where things start to open up. Makes it a lot easier to come here. So once this thing is here, especially if they're pushing on your neck, like this creates a good amount of space. This is when I'm gonna do this. And now you notice he's pushing on my neck. If I just come here like this, I'm in a way better spot. He keeps pushing my head down and all the pressure comes to him and pushes on his neck because we already have this wrapped up. So really good control position. Again, I'm gonna start making my way back around. I've already gone to snowplow. My head goes towards the hip. Here's what I do with my legs. I do this, step, lean, step. I'll show you that again. Knees, instead of being awkward and picking up, I'm gonna use my legs to walk. So I step out with this foot and I use it to bring my other leg back under. It's the easiest movement where I don't have to change like any pressure with my upper body. Step out, step over, step here. Head comes up, I follow this all the way around to here, and then look, we're gonna take this and just sink everything together. You can grab the elbow, you can grab the sleeve, you can come under here. Just make sure we're getting our weight pushed down. I'm okay with everybody working in multiple person groups because I think it's the best way to do it, and it's also a good way to not get choked as many times as AJ has been in the last couple of days. Want to give it a shot with your partners?
Yes, sir.
All right, get a group. 3, 2, 1, go.
It works on my neck, it works on
Back. You got a flat tire. All right. Might as well, right? Okay. So the next part is based on similar stuff, but more. You can obviously do this with gi, or you can do it with no gi. Sometimes people like the option, especially when they show up to, you know, maybe you'll do the morning class and you come back from no gi tonight. You're like, none of that stuff is applicable because they're not wearing the gi, right? So that's a great tie-up for the gi. But now, what would I do, or what would be something close to this position that I can do with gi or no gi? Okay, so I want to talk about a positional thing from side control first. For MMA, for jiu-jitsu, for whatever, this is a fantastic tie-up that I want everybody to work for this position, okay? So again, we're starting in the same spot. Here, just like this. I'm gonna tend to this now. Anytime I'm doing that, I can't just go, all right, so I need to, you can't pick your weight up. So where am I gonna put it? I'm gonna put it into his face. I'm gonna lean in like this, and now I'm gonna pin this hand to the inside. Okay. Things to pay attention to. When I put this hand in here, my elbow needs to be heavy. Okay, I need to have my elbow heavy because when I put my hand in there, if I don't do that, he can shoot his arm right through for an underhook, okay? If I just do this and I'm leaning in this way, he shoots his arm right up my arm, he's got an underhook, and he's probably making his way out the back, or now we're starting to scramble, okay? So again, I lean into the face, I bring my hand in here, and I lean my weight this way. So now my elbow is low and heavy. Make sense? Mm-hmm. We're gonna grip our hands together, but I switch my hips a little bit. So I move a little bit to here, and I'm gonna turn my hands over and just get my gable grip. Just think about grabbing your thumb. Grab your thumb, okay? Once you get this grip, I'm still leaning everything to the elbow. How I'm gonna ratchet him on his side is using my wrist. Okay, so I use my wrist and turn my wrist like this, and this helps me get him on his side. You can replace and just come to my punch grip here like this. This is a great spot, or I can punch to here, and now I can put all my weight down. This makes this arm really weak. So if I can, I'm gonna get up in this position here like this, okay? For an attack position, this is obviously fantastic. It's a great way to get people to turn away from you, and it's a very leverage-like move because you're doing it from like that bottom side control position. I mean, top side control position, sorry. So once you get here, I got a couple of different chokes that I can do. I'm gonna go back and focus on the gi one first so you can understand it a little bit better, because I think the gi version is easier, okay? So all I need to do, it's called the baseball bat choke, is grab it like I would hold a baseball bat. I'm not a lefty, but this is the way I would hold a baseball bat if I was a lefty, is I would come in and grab this right here like this, and I would grab this right here like this. Does everybody see I'm backing out? Don't back out. Does everybody see this part? Does everybody see how it looks like I'm holding a baseball bat? Take the part in between your hands, you're gonna leave a little bit of space, and put it right on his neck. Okay? Very similar to the last one. So I come in here like this, I'm gonna bring everything in and put it right on his neck, and now I'm gonna start sitting out and cutting through this way. Does everybody see how I'm cutting my elbows together here? Obviously let go, but this is really, I'll put my ear down on his belly. I don't care if he follows me on top. I'll just keep walking it. By the time he gets on top, he's still getting choked. A lot of people end up rolling back over, they get finished, or they go out. Okay? If you want to, you can practice this choke first and then go back and do the setup, okay? So everybody understands the choke a little bit better. It's just this grip. Look, I already have this behind the neck, right? So I just get this grip here like this. Hand's gonna go in like this. Baseball bat. Everybody see it? I'm gonna take this part of the baseball bat in between the hands. I leave a little bit of space, and I'm gonna pull all the slack out of it. This is so I can get my elbow in that ratchet position, okay? So if you're here like this, I lean in, and look how my elbow drops down. And then all it is continue to cut your wrist together like you would for any other choke. Don't let your hands slide apart. I sit my hip through this, cutting everything together for the choke. Does that make sense? Can I show you the setup again? Yes. Okay, so positionally, both of these things are very important.
I love this stuff.
Right? It's always going to be position before submission. So when you're setting these things up, whether it's the gi tie up, and then you're making, great, don't rush it. The position is really good. Spend some time on torturing people, putting them in bad spots. If they keep fighting on of it, keep playing your game. Eventually, they're going to wear down. When people get worn down, they're easier to submit. Okay? So stick with your positional game plan first. Again, we got to here. Last time I set the gi up and we did a little thing here. Why? Because he's on my neck. He's trying to push, trying to create space, he's trying to get inside hands. Okay? I'm always, anytime I'm going to pummel or do anything with my hands, I'm going to go where? Where's my weight go?
On his chest.
Yeah, cross face. I'm going to grab on. I'm going to give him a little bit of a cross face. I'm not going to go, oh, well, I wanted to. Right away, he's going to put a knee in. He's going to get out. Look, he's out. You can't give people at any kind of level any space like that, okay? So here, I lean into the cross face. I just put my hand in, right, and I'm gonna lean my weight down. Just a little hook grip, just like this. Now if I lean in on my cross face a little bit, I could probably grab my hands together, keeping my elbow weight down. This is how we're gonna ratchet the head up. So I want his inside elbow, the one that's on my hip, to come out. No problem. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lean him this way towards lefty. See where lefty is? This. I roll my wrist, I lean towards lefty. Notice right away I trapped his top arm, the one that's on my hip on this side. If you need to one-hand anything, like go back and watch Brock Lesnar do this when he used to fight. I call this the Brock Lesnar, because now I can just punch him at will. He did the second time and it was not good, right? So here, I'm getting to this spot. Now we're gonna practice doing our baseball bat choke with the gi. Show you guys again, right? Keeping the cross face on, I set my hands up. I can't back up and do this, so I'm kind of like lean in, and I'll just get my grip on the inside. This is all I need with the other grip, okay? When you sit back, pull everything in and get your elbow down. So I'm gonna get my elbow, this one, my left elbow, in front of me. So if I pull everything in, again, look, everything goes to the cross face. Goes to the cross face. And we sink our elbow down. And now we're gonna walk through, and I don't need to keep choking it. He's been choking.
Can we see it one more time?
More?
Just the choke part.
Real important, pull everything in, drop your elbow down. Think about putting your ear on their body, walking the hips through. I'm okay with it. Where it's not going to work is if you think, oh, I have the grip and I put my arms in the position, why isn't it working? If the end of your grip sucks, your whole choke will suck, okay? Squeeze your hands together, do not let them go. Then apply the rest of the stuff. Most of the time I see this happening. And I get in position and I'm doing it and I start to pull. I don't know why the choke's not working. It's like, yeah, you just gave them back all that cloth that you should be strangling them with. Make sure you get your hands squeezed before you do anything. End of the chain, squeeze, lock in, elbows. Now I pull everything where? Into my body. All of your jiu-jitsu, your entire body against one part of theirs, you win. Arm locks, guillotines, gi chokes, leg locks. I don't care what it is. You're trying to focus your entire body strength against one part of their body. That's what we're doing. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Want to get some reps? All right, where's you want to go? All right.